Everything you thought you knew about what you can bring on a cruise ship just changed completely. Royal Caribbean just overhauled their entire banned items list for 2026, and some of these new restrictions are going to shock you. I've been cruising for over a decade, and I've never seen changes this dramatic all at once. Look, if you're planning a cruise in the next year, this video could save you serious embarrassment at the security checkpoint. Not to mention the potential loss of items you spent good money on. According to recent travel industry reports, more passengers than ever are having belongings confiscated because they simply don't know about these new policies. And here's what nobody is talking about. Some of these bans aren't just about safety anymore. They're about completely changing the cruise experience itself. Stick around because number 12 on this list is something that affects literally every single passenger, and most people have no idea it's even happening. Let's start with something that sounds like science fiction, but is happening right now. Smart glasses and augmented reality devices are now banned across multiple cruise lines. Now, you might think this only affects tech enthusiasts, but here's the thing. These aren't just Google Glass anymore. We're talking about Ray-Ban Meta glasses, Apple's upcoming Vision Pro variants, and even some high-end sunglasses with built-in cameras. The reason? Privacy concerns in shared spaces like pools, dining rooms, and entertainment venues. One passenger told me they had their $400 Meta glasses confiscated because security couldn't verify they weren't recording. The cruise line's position is simple. If it can record video or audio without obvious indication, it's not allowed. This affects way more people than you'd expect because many don't even realize their designer sunglasses have recording capabilities. Here's where it gets really interesting. Drones have been restricted for years, but now the definition has expanded dramatically. We're not just talking about those big camera drones anymore. Toy drones, mini drones, even those tiny palm-sized ones you might buy for your kids are now completely prohibited. But here's the part that caught me off guard. Some cruise lines are now banning anything with autonomous flight capabilities, including certain remote control toys that have gyroscopic stabilization. I spoke with a family who had their son's $50 mini helicopter taken away because it had what the security team called drone-like features. The industry is taking a zero-tolerance approach because of liability concerns and potential interference with the ship's navigation systems. What makes this particularly frustrating is that different cruise lines have slightly different interpretations of what constitutes a drone, so something allowed on Royal Caribbean might be banned on Norwegian. Now this one is going to affect almost everyone watching this video. Liquid restrictions have been dramatically tightened, and it goes way beyond the alcohol policies you might already know about. Personal care liquids over 3.4 ounces are now scrutinized much more carefully. Hairstyling products, skincare serums, even those large bottles of shampoo and conditioner you bring to avoid buying overpriced ship versions are being flagged. Recent reports show that Royal Caribbean has updated their screening process to mirror airport security more closely. But here's what's really catching people off guard. Homemade or non-commercial liquids are getting extra attention. That includes things like homemade lotion, essential oil blends, or even protein shake mixes in liquid form. One passenger reported having her homemade vanilla extract confiscated because it contained alcohol and wasn't in original commercial packaging. The bottom line is, if you can't immediately prove what a liquid is and where it came from, there's a good chance it's not making it onto the ship. Food restrictions are where things get really complicated, and this affects way more people than you might think. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and any homemade food items have always been restricted, but now cruise lines are cracking down on packaged snacks in ways that seem almost arbitrary. Certain protein bars, energy drinks, and even some types of candy are being flagged. The issue isn't necessarily safety, it's about protecting onboard revenue streams. But here's what nobody tells you. Some items that are perfectly fine to bring are getting confiscated because security staff aren't properly trained on the new guidelines. I've heard from passengers who had sealed, commercial beef jerky taken away, while others brought identical items with no problem. The key seems to be understanding which ports you're departing from, because international departures have much stricter food policies. If you're leaving from a European port, for example, even commercially packaged items that would be fine from Miami might get flagged due to customs regulations that the cruise line has to enforce. The electronics category is where I've seen the most confusion among passengers, and it's changing faster than people can keep up with. Power banks and portable chargers now have specific capacity limits that vary by cruise line. But here's the kicker. Many passengers don't even know what capacity their power bank has. Anything over 100 watt-hours is typically banned, but most people have never looked at those tiny specs on their devices. Heating elements in electronics are getting special attention too. Hair straighteners, portable coffee makers, even some phone chargers with fast charging capabilities are being scrutinized. I know someone who had their straightening iron confiscated because it was deemed a fire hazard, even though she'd brought the same one on 3 previous cruises. The rules seem to be getting stricter, partly because of advances in battery technology, making devices more powerful, and partly because cruise lines are being more cautious about anything that could potentially cause fires in the confined space of a ship. What's frustrating is that the same device might be fine on one cruise line, but banned on another. This category might surprise you because it's not just about dress codes anymore. Certain types of clothing and accessories are being banned for reasons that go beyond simple appropriateness. Clothing with LED lights, even if they're just decorative, is getting flagged because of potential interference with ship systems. Shoes with wheels, like Heelys, have been banned for obvious safety reasons, but now some cruise lines are extending this to any footwear with removable or mechanical parts. Jewelry and accessories with sharp edges are getting more scrutiny, which includes some designer pieces that people spent serious money on. But here's where it gets really specific. Certain types of belts with large metal buckles are being questioned because they could potentially be used as weapons. I'm not talking about obvious things like studded belts. I'm talking about regular designer belts that happen to have substantial metal hardware. The screening process has become so detailed that accessories you've traveled with for years might suddenly be problematic, and there's often no clear way to predict what will be flagged. Medical and wellness items present some of the most complex new restrictions, and this is where the stakes get really high because people's health is involved. Prescription medications are still generally allowed, but the documentation requirements have become much more stringent. You now need not just the prescription bottle, but often a letter from your doctor explaining why you need to carry certain quantities. Over-the-counter supplements are where things get tricky. CBD products, even those legal in your home state or country, are banned entirely on most cruise lines. But beyond that, certain herbal supplements, protein powders, and even some vitamins are getting flagged if they're not in original packaging. Medical devices are facing increased scrutiny too. CPAP machines, insulin pumps, and other life-sustaining equipment are still allowed, but the approval process has become more bureaucratic. What's really concerning is that some passengers report having essential medical supplies confiscated because security staff weren't properly educated about medical necessities, creating potentially dangerous situations for people with chronic conditions. Now here's number 12, the one that affects literally every passenger, and it's something most people have no idea is even happening. Cruise lines have quietly implemented what they call behavioral monitoring technology in 2026. This isn't about what you bring on board. This is about how they're tracking what you do once you're there. Every keycard swipe, every purchase, every venue you visit is being analyzed by AI systems to create passenger behavior profiles. Now, technically, this isn't a ban on bringing something aboard, but it's a ban on privacy that fundamentally changes the cruise experience. The stated purpose is enhancing safety and personalizing service, but the reality is they're collecting unprecedented amounts of data about your habits, preferences, and movements. What makes this particularly concerning is that there's no opt-out option. Simply by boarding the ship, you're consenting to this level of monitoring. The cruise lines justify this by saying it helps them prevent incidents and improve service. But many privacy advocates are calling it an overreach that treats all passengers like potential problems to be monitored and managed. So here's what all of this really means for you as a cruise passenger in 2026. The cruise industry is fundamentally shifting from a relaxed vacation environment to something much more controlled and monitored. These aren't just random policy changes. They represent a coordinated effort to maximize revenue, minimize liability, and control every aspect of the passenger experience. The smart move is to assume that anything you're uncertain about will probably be flagged and to have backup plans for essential items. More importantly, understand that the cruise experience itself is changing. The days of bringing whatever you want and doing whatever you want on a ship are ending. Whether you see this as necessary evolution or unwelcome control depends on your perspective. But either way, going in with realistic expectations will save you frustration and potentially hundreds of dollars in confiscated items. If you take just one thing from this video, it's this. The cruise industry is changing faster than most passengers realize. And staying informed isn't just about having a better vacation anymore. It's about protecting yourself from unnecessary costs and frustrations. The travelers who thrive in this new environment are the ones who adapt their packing and expectations accordingly. If you found this information valuable, and I genuinely hope you did, hitting that subscribe button takes 2 seconds and means you'll never miss another update like this one. I post cruise industry insights and travel tips every week, and I'd love to have you along for this journey as the industry continues to evolve. Next week, I'm covering the hidden fees that cruise lines introduced in 2026 that can add over $200 to your final bill. And trust me, some of these will absolutely shock you. Until then, cruise smart, pack strategically, and remember that knowledge really is your best travel companion. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.